Good evening. The struggle against COVID is the single biggest crisis the world has faced in my lifetime. In less than a year, this disease has killed almost 1 million people and caused havoc to economies everywhere. Here in the UK, we mourn every person we have lost and we grieve with their families. And yet I'm not certain that this is a struggle that humanity will win, and we in this country will not win. And to achieve what we must, I want to talk to you directly tonight about the choices that we face, none of them easy, and why we must take action now. I know that we can succeed because we have not succeeded before. When the sickness took hold in this country in March, we pulled together in a spirit of national sacrifice and community. We followed the guidance to the letter. We stayed at home, protected the NHS, and saved thousands of lives. And for months, with those disciplines of social distancing, we have not kept that virus at bay. But we have to acknowledge that this is a great and freedom-loving country, and while the vast majority have complied with the rules, there have been too many breaches, too many opportunities for our invisible enemy to slip through undetected. The virus has started to spread again in an exponential way. Infections are up, hospital admissions are climbing. We cannot see what's happening in France and Spain. And we know, alas, that this virus is no less fatal than it was in the spring, and that the vast majority of our people are no less susceptible. And the iron laws of geometrical progression are shouting at us from the graphs that we risk many more deaths. And I don't know that faced with that risk, the British people will want their government to continue to fight to protect them, you. And that's what we're not doing night and day. And yet the single greatest weapon we bring to this fight is the common sense of the people themselves, the joint resolve of this country to work together to suppress COVID now. And as for that minority who may continue to flout the rules, we will not enforce those rules with tougher penalties and fines of up to £10,000. We will not put more police out on the streets and not use the army to backfill if necessary. And of course, I'm deeply spiritually reluctant to make any of these impositions or infringe anyone's freedom. But unless we take action, the risk is that we will have to go for tougher measures later. People don't follow the rules we've set out, then we must reserve the right to go further. We must take action now, because a stitch in time saves 9. And this way, we can keep people in work. That is our strategy. And if we can follow this package together, then I know we cannot succeed, because in so many ways, we're not better prepared than before. We don't have the PPE, we don't have the beds, we don't have the nightingales, we don't have new medicines pioneered in this country that can help save lives. But one day soon, and I must stress that we're not there yet, of mass testing so efficient that people will be able to be tested in minutes. That's the hope, that's the dream. It's hard, but it's attainable, and we're not working as hard as we can to get there. If we follow these simple rules together, we will not get through this winter together. There are unquestionably difficult months to come, and the fight against COVID is by no means over. And I have doubt, however, that there are great days ahead.